Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Monster Thoughts. Today we're getting into the history of the elf. Now we all know of elves with Santa, and we know of elves with Lord of the Rings. But let's talk about how elves started that way. So they were interchangeable with fairies in Ireland and like Europe, and with those cultures they were synonymous with fairies. They were interchangeable the word was interchangeable for the same being, which is like a trickster type creature. But over the years, elves became shorter in stature, like more baseless. All of these creatures are, of course, metaphysical beings, known metaphysical beings throughout the world, like mermaids and fairies and so on and so forth. So as time went on, of course, you have the differences between fairies and elves becomes more established, and elves are more, they're still tricksters. They're synonymous with changelings, and there were even like brochures or pamphlets given out to parents back in the day to get their child back if an elf took them, like a legit child. Like, the belief in these creatures is still prevalent to this day in Ireland and similar countries, that elves and fairies exist. But throughout the world now, of course, with movies and TV, and of course Tolkien's foray into the fantasy world with his monster of a fantasy series, The Lord of the Rings, elves have become, he took those elves from Scandinavian lore, and that is why they present themselves as tall, human-esque, beautiful, ethereal featured beings with long pointed ears. And then, of course, other people have taken that, myself included. They have taken that image of the elf and they have put them in their own stories, and movies have taken the same stance as well, and it's just snowballed into that being the definitive elf. But as society grows and culture changes, elves, which started from fairies and branched out into their own type of being, they all can there's who's to say elves can't advance further into different types of shapes and lore and what have you. So yeah, so this is a really brief foray into the elven creature. I personally love elves very much, and I know elves now are a huge fantasy staple, much like the dragon or the ogre or the orc or whatever, what have you. They are here to stay. They are featured in my series, of course, and yeah. From my point of view on elves, especially in popular culture, I know they have always been perceived as white, fair-skinned, beautiful creatures and everything, so on and so forth. And I ate that up when I was younger. I still eat it up now, especially because Tolkien took it from Scandinavian mythology and he put it into his stories, which I think is cool. I have added some black elves into the last book of my series that I'm currently writing now. And I was scared to do it because I was afraid. I was like, can I even do this? Are elves black? But in my research, they are a fictional being, even though people still believe in them to this day as like real beings. They are mythological fictional beings, and fictional beings change. So I figured, and there's something menacing also, not in the skin color, but in changing the perception of this creature that has always been one way, and changing it into another form. And I personally think, in my mind, when I'm writing them, how beautiful and kind of scary, and I like that, scary they appear with darker skin in my head. So look out for that book when it's out. It's called Dracula. It's book 6 in my Dark World series. But yeah, so that's a little sneak peek of Dracula, and this was a very basic, super basic history of the elves. I know I left a bunch of things out. I am still not feeling well, so this was what you guys get because I still have to recover, and I still wanted to put out content for you guys because I really have missed it. And yeah, so if you've noticed, I am wearing a really pretty necklace that keeps turning over. It is I made this necklace. It features Eleanor from my Dark World series book. I have a bunch more in the process of being made right now. It takes about 3 to 4 days to make a full one when it's fully dried and set. You leave it alone, you let it dry and everything. So if you want one, please let me know in the comments below, and I can start putting in your order for it now. I have a few that are set to go out to those who have purchased a copy of one of my books in the Dark World series. That is no longer happening. If you buy a book now, after the necklaces have already started being made, I cannot give you a free necklace. You will have to purchase it like everybody else. If you're a Patreon, however, there are coupon codes that are going to go up in Patreon. If you have not bought a book but you just still want to get a necklace, you're totally free to do that. Because you're already supporting me through Patreon, you get a coupon, you get a discount. You will see it up on the Patreon page when it is available. If you want a discount, the only way to get one is to sign up for my Patreon. That is the only way to get one. I am not giving out free discounts. I make these by hand. It hurts because I'm like, my hands like seize up on me, so the price is what they are. You'll see the price when I put them up on the store in the coming weeks, not anytime soon right now, in the coming weeks, because I have to get all the materials together and make them all in bulk so that they're ready to go, because I know a lot of you wanted them. But yeah, so this is a super short video on the history of the elves. It was very basic. I'm so sorry about this, but I don't feel well, and I'm going to lay down right now because yeah, I've filmed like 3 videos today, and I'm out. I'm done. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what other creature you may want for a history of video, or let me know what movie you think I should watch and analyze for you guys. So with blood and love, this is Essie Paris, and this has been Monster Thoughts.